Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is officially 2026. I did a poll on what my next video should be. It was either a story time, a playlist video, or things that I learned in 2025. That's what this is gonna be. So welcome to that today. I had to write some things down. Initially I was going to do 5 things, but I had a few. Don't worry, it's just like barely. So yeah, let's get into it. First and foremost, learn how to shut up. Okay, people, I always heard that a listening ear is a running mouth, and I think that you should take that seriously. I don't think that you should feel as if you have to keep everything in, but it's okay to keep some things private. You don't have to tell everything. You don't have to share things about your significant other or your situationship or whatever the case may be. It's okay to have some small, quiet victories, especially with people that you just met, especially just with anyone. It's okay to keep those things to yourself, because 9 times out of 10, when you guys fall out, and not even just the victories, like venting about your problems and things like that, you need to either definitely one, you need to pray. You need to pray about it. 2, see a therapist. Okay? Like I said, I'm not saying that you should keep everything in and you should keep everything to yourself. But in my experience and experiences of many others that I have witnessed, it's better to just deal with them on your own with one of the options that I said. It's okay to keep things private. What I was beginning to say is that 9 times out of 10, when you fall out with someone, they are going to use those things against you. I had a few people that I was being vulnerable with that I thought were my friend, that I thought, was close to me, or whatever the case was. And as soon as we fell out, they, first of all, twisted, lied, made up stuff, and then just told my business and threw things in my face. Now, thank God that with me personally, if I'm telling you something, you can't use it to hurt me. I'm not going to share something that can be used against me. But just for people who aren't like that, and because those people thought that they were hurting my feelings by throwing these things in my face. So, keep to yourself. Shut up. Stitch lip. Number 2, let go when it's time to let go. That will go into accepting being uncomfortable. You trying to be comfortable, you will stay stagnant. You will not go anywhere. I have met so many people who refuse to change, even if it's for the better, because their chaos, their negativity, it's what is comfortable to them, it's what's familiar to them. And I get it. I really do. Like, I am the most understanding person ever. And I understand if you've been doing things for a certain way for so long, who likes being uncomfortable? Truly. But sometimes being uncomfortable is what you need to move. That goes into what I wrote, is move when you need to move. Okay? If you get that, first of all, as women, we have, and this is not just for a women video, or for women, but our intuition is insane, and you know when it's time to pack up and go. You don't need to stay with that man. You don't need to stay with them friendships. You don't need to keep trying to please them family members. Leave. Go. And just humans in general. We know when something is off, and it is time to skedaddle, to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay? Number 3. It's okay to change. Change is okay. That is something for me personally that I'm struggling with, because I don't like change that I can't control. That is the reason for me, I'm constantly getting piercings, and I'm constantly changing my hair and cutting it, dyeing it, and 3 a.m. rebrands. And you know what I mean. Like, this was a part of one of my 3 a.m. rebrands, is being a YouTuber. And you know what I wanted to do, I have so many things that I change and I move around because I need change I can control. And it's hard for me when things are constantly moving. But this year, the past 2 years, honestly, but definitely 2025 taught me that you need to keep moving. That being uncomfortable is okay. That being selfish is okay. And that just because it's familiar doesn't mean that it's good for you. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean that it's good for you. Okay? You need to move. Let it go. Start new. It's okay. It's okay. You can start over 100 times. I have. I have. It's okay. I know that it's difficult. I know that it's scary. It can be really scary because you don't know what the future holds. And I mean, like I'm going to reiterating this. We're human. Number 4, which should have been number 1. God needs to be at the forefront of everything. Without God, you're not going anywhere. You're not really doing nothing. It's going to take you double the time that it would if you just put God first and you trust in God. You don't need to worry about anything. I am the most anxious person ever. I've had to learn to trust God, to have faith. I am not just like overly religious. I'm not. But that is something that in 2025 was one of the main things that I learned, was to put my trust in God and to stop worrying that everything is gonna work out. Okay, everything is already done. It's just about getting to that point. If you, even if it's a job, if it's, you're homeless or whatever the case may be, big or small, you need to trust God. You need to put him first. You need to pray. Read your Bibles. I'm terrible at reading, just reading in general, because I feel like I can't sit down and like retain the information. But I'm doing better. Kind of. That is one of my goals for this year, is to read more of my Bible. I got a little cute pink one. It's so cute. I love pink. So 2 of my favorite scriptures going into 2025 is, number 1 is 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I feel like that speaks for itself. Number 2, this is for people who have anxiety, like me. It's Matthew 6:31-34. So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and righteousness, and all of these things will be given to you. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble on its own. So just take it slow. Okay, it's okay. Like I said, trust God, have faith. Faith is small as a mustard seed. You know how tiny a mustard seed is? It's very tiny. It's literally so tiny. That's all you need. Okay, number 5, bet on yourself. Bet on you. Don't listen to people trying to tear you down. Don't listen to people tell you that your dreams and your goals aren't going to work, or that they're too big or whatever. That's because they don't believe in themselves and they don't love themselves. And that's just being real. People project. The only reason why they think that you couldn't do it is because they think that they can't do it. They think it's not possible. You don't need to be around those people. Get them off around you. Bet on yourself. Take a chance on you. Take a leap of faith. You got it. You can do it. That's one of the things that I've had to learn, especially with wanting to start YouTube, wanting to be a content creator, or, the business ideas that I've had. I also want to get into music. There's so many things that I want to do, but for a while it was like, I don't want to be perceived. What are people going to think? That's embarrassing, like, I don't care now. Like, and it wasn't that I just cared what people thought about me. It was just the idea of being perceived and judged in a way. Like, I don't care, but a little small part of me did, if that makes sense, So if you want to start a YouTube channel, post the videos. You want to start TikTok, post the videos. Instagram Reels. You want to start the business? Start the business. You want to write the music? Write the music. Record it. Put it out. Do it. Do it. Because you're sitting there, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but you lose out on the chances that you don't take. Or something like that. If you don't take the chance, then the probability of you making it is 0. You're so afraid of failing, but on the other side of that, you could also succeed. And sometimes it's just a stepping stone. Just put out the video. The first 2 videos that I made, I wasn't proud of, but I needed to put them out to get more comfortable in front of the camera, to get more comfortable with the thumbnails, to get more comfortable with the editing, and to keep going on my journey and be where I want to be, where I see myself. And I truly feel like this is my calling. If it's on your heart, go for it. That's all. This is nothing, it's nothing to it. Perfect your craft. Believe in yourself. Okay, number 6. Let it hurt and let it go. You don't need to dwell on things. You don't need to be sad and depressed all the time. You do have to go through it to get through it. Healing is a process. You take it one day at a time, and it's okay to have good and bad days. It doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean all of your progress is ruined. Healing is linear. There's not necessarily a right and wrong way to do it. What I will say though is don't use substances to make yourself feel better. Don't use people to make yourself feel better. You need to take time to yourself and really look back on everything and learn. You know, it's okay to, like I said, take things slow, to learn from your mistakes and to show yourself grace. Because I tend to get really upset with myself with wasting time on people and situations that I should have left, because I would be in a much better place now if I had let those people go, or if I had let those situations go. And a lot of times I'm so angry because I seen that it wasn't going to work, but some small part of me still had hope and still wanted to try, and that didn't really get me anywhere, you know. And so I had to tell myself, you know, it's okay. You know, you know better now, for one. For two, you were coming from a place of love and understanding. Was it stupid? Yes. But I'm not going to kick myself for that. I had made a lot of efforts to remove myself from those situations, but it was becoming difficult because this one specific person would not let me walk away. Like every time that I tried, it was like he had a sixth sense. It was like, absolutely not. Let me go show up. Let me go act like everything's okay, and then bring her all the way back down to my level. And it's just blah. It's a lot of things that go into not walking away or whatever. But like I said, you don't need to dwell on it. It happened. Feel it. Let it go. Move on. Number 1. Discipline. You cannot succeed without discipline, because there's going to be days that you don't want to go through with something, that you don't want to keep doing it. You can't just give up. It's okay to rest. Please rest. Don't overwork yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Okay, but you have to have discipline. That is another big thing that is a struggle for me, because I have gone through my life with, if I don't want to do it, I don't have to. I don't have to do it. I can do it later. I can do it tomorrow. I can do it whenever. And a lot of times it's come to bite me in the ass. I've been doing a lot better with just getting up. Like, y'all gonna hear me say this a lot because it was Ask Anybody. But cleaning my room was a hassle, and it's still a hassle, but I've gotten a lot better. I literally clean every day. I'm picking up something. It was bad. Like, it wasn't like nasty. Like, it would really be like clothes, water bottles, maybe some plates, not with like a lot of food on it, because ill, but you know, just cluttered, not trash. But anyways, with anything, you need to have discipline. You need to just push through. Just do it when you don't want to, and it will pay off in the future. Okay, I promise it will. But you're gonna watch it happen in real time with me. Okay. The next thing I learned, which I feel like I've already said kind of, but patience is key. Patience is a virtue. I have zero patience, but this year has shown me that I need to pause, I need to trust, I need to wait. I want everything to happen as soon as I think about it. With YouTube, I want to already have 500,000 subscribers. Okay, I want to already be in my influencer era, like Wendy Ortiz or India Love, or I already want to be there, but you have to slow down, enjoy the journey. I'm gonna really enjoy the journey from first starting my channel up into where I am, where I want to be at. And I think it's gonna be beautiful. That's one of the things about me, which contradicts me saying I'm not patient, because I'm not, but I do love the journey of things. It's beautiful, it's beautiful to watch. It's enlightening. And when you get to, I am one person for nostalgia. So when I get to 500 subscribers, 500 million subscribers, and I'm just looking back at, oh, remember when we used to sit in the backyard and make videos? Like, look at how far we came. Okay, I'm about to cry. I'm very sensitive, okay? Next, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not want to party, drink, smoke all day, every day. You twerking and you being all in niggas' faces, and these and you using dudes for money and using your body as revenge, using it to get things. Like, I have seen so much promotion of hoes and being shallow, using men for money, being manipulative, not being genuine, cheat before you get cheated on, and or simply liking things that everyone else likes. Like, I'll say anime, for example. I personally don't like anime, but I know in school, kids who liked anime got picked on. They got made fun of. Just for an example, because I cannot think of anything right now, but it's okay to be different. People like different. The people who matter like different. You don't want to be like everybody else. Why would someone take a chance on you? Why would someone want to watch you? Why would someone want to work with you if you are what everybody else is, when they can go find what you have, what you are presenting, what you are putting out there somewhere else? They can find 500 of you. Why would they choose you? You need to stand out. You need to be different. It's okay. It's okay to bet on you. It's okay to be unique. That pays off in the long run. You see those people who are trying to form and fit in with everybody, they're constantly changing their personality. But when you're unique, you don't have to do that, because trying to be uniform gets boring. That's why you see people with a new aesthetic every month. Be quirky, be weird. Who cares? I personally love those people. I want people who love those people as well, because that's me. I don't want to be around people who gonna judge me. I don't want to be around people who, I'm trying to be funny and be, fun in the mall, and they looking at me like, what are you doing? I don't want to be around them people. I don't. Get off from around me. You're boring. You're miserable. Bye. No. Last but not least, be mindful of what you think and what you speak. Power of the tongue is real. Okay, and you get what you put out. If you have a negative mindset, you're always going to find the negative. You're going to find the negative in situations, and it's miserable. And I get that a lot of times we think negative to try to prepare ourselves for it. But one thing that I learned from therapy was, and just from talking to people, you're putting yourself through the worry twice. I know that it's disappointing to think positive about something and it doesn't work out that way. But I'm telling you that you will feel so much better about yourself knowing that you were hopeful, that you were being positive, that you were looking on the brighter side of things. I know that we crave the validation of being right, especially when we have PTSD or we've gone through things with people. And trust me, I get it. But what I've had to learn is that, not what I've had to learn, but what I have learned is that I feel a lot better thinking positive. It takes a weight off my shoulders, you know, and then you can deal with it accordingly. Cross that bridge when you come to it if things don't happen the way that you want them to. It's okay. It's a part of life. Disappointment is a part of life. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. There was another way to say it that was like super hood. I heard somebody say it. I don't know. But shit happens. It's okay. But what the only thing that you can the only thing that you can control is your thoughts, how you deal with things. That's where you need to start thinking positive. You need to switch your perspective. So instead of like, oh, why didn't I get this job and da 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 da, think like, okay, that wasn't for me. That job was not for me. Me losing that job, me not getting that job is making room for a job that is going to be perfect for me. The same goes with relationships, friendships, whatever. You got to switch your perspective. And if you're around people who think negatively, you need to remove yourself. One thing that I have learned, somebody taught me this and has been beating it into my head, is that you cannot surround yourself with negativity and think that you are still going to stay positive, or think that it's not going to affect you or touch you in any way. It's not true. There's so many sayings. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Birds of a feather flock together. Like I said, however you want to put it, there's so many different ways to say things. It's true. Manifesting, like, you are on like autopilot with manifesting, and you'll notice it when you make the change to do better. That's it. That's all. So I hope that these things helped you guys. I hope that I explained them in a clear manner. I don't think I yapped too much, but I really wanted to. I think that this would help a lot of people. I love watching videos like this, and I love that. And even when I have these ideas on my own, it feels very validating to know, like, okay, so I wasn't crazy, or like, that is true. There is some truth to it, you know. And that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be for other people. I have been on the verge of crying this whole time. I don't know what's going on. I've just been so emotional. I actually think that I've started my cycle soon, but I don't just want to be a materialistic, shallow influencer. I want to be someone that people look up to. I want to be someone that somebody can look to for advice. I want to be a role model, you know, and be who I didn't have, hear advice that I didn't have. Yeah, that ends my video. I don't know what my next one is going to be. So I think for my next video, I'm probably going to do a playlist video. But I had to figure out how to do that without getting copyrighted. The last video I put out, I think, yeah, I was playing different music. I didn't get copyrighted. I did. We're going to do a playlist video. I used to love watching Cerati and their playlist videos. Don't mind the glue on my lashes. But anyways, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for coming to my TikTok. Bye. I need to get you alone. I used to believe